Have to do my reading. Hi, everybody. We will be starting in 2 minutes. Stella says we shouldn't do the meeting. That I should play cards with her. It was shocking. Good morning, everybody. You want to see your face? Okay, I'm going to put the video on so we can see her face. Yeah. She's ready to rock and roll. I just woke up. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Sheila.
We'll get started here in a minute. Let me see. Anything that you could prepare yourself. You got a glass of water, a cup of coffee?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. How about a book? You got a little book to write down the people you talk to?
I love you.
I do have a book. My thing is I'm terrible about trying to
I should do that.
I didn't do that.
either keep up with them and then to go back and reconnect with them.
Uh-huh.
Forgetful.
I feel you. It's not easy. I'm almost thinking that I want to do like a 3-ring binder and do loose leaves, and then have like a follow-up and put everybody in, and then design it like that so I can open it up and go through. I think that might be a good idea for people too. Because then that's your follow-up folder. Hi, Sarah Krug. How you doing? Good morning. I know we got quite a few people that want to be on. I was almost going to postpone it for an hour, and I was like, I am just going to get this done because we have very limited meetings today to put people on, and I know that it's important that we get them on there. And hopefully Stella won't be too loud today. No? You'll be all right? Okay. Morning, Ashley. All right. Let me see here. Everybody's muted. Beautiful. Let's see. Okay, cool. Here we go.
I'm going to put on the back.
This is the fun part. I got to try to figure out how to get to places. There we go. All right, guys. Welcome to today's Power Hour. I hope you guys had a great week, and I know this weekend is going to be, it's a big weekend because so many people are not thinking business, and we're still running, and it's the end of the month, and it's super important for us to stay on track. Like Kim had just said in the group that she's not going to let Memorial Day weekend get in the way. So I don't think we should either, and that is why we are doing this Power Hour this weekend, because there is no time like the present. In case this is your first time, no worries. I actually record these, so you can use them all week. You can go back and listen to whichever one you want. I keep all the different weeks recorded in a file doc in both the Global Tribe and the Bold Tribe. This way, you can use them all week. You can get home from work and start a Power Hour and just get it done. It's super important that we get to 10 people every day and that we keep building that list of people that we're comfortable talking to. This session is going to go like this. Our first session is affirmations. I want to make sure that we get in the right headspace. Hold on 1 second. Stella, could you please be quiet? Thank you. She knows that she earns $5 every time that she's quiet when I'm doing an overview. So she might be excited to earn $5 for being quiet now. We start with affirmations because it's super important for us to have the right headset. I know maybe some of us are struggling at the end of the month trying to get some people together and put people on overviews and get people enrolled, and you don't want that to interfere with your mindset because you don't want to ever feel like you need anybody. So affirmations are really important, especially when you're opening up new conversations with people. We're going to move from there into the chat session. Now, this is 10 new chats with current Facebook friends, okay? We're not going to try and talk to people that we're not friends with. I know personally, I don't take messages from people I'm not friends with because I've been caught up in that drama where in this long conversation with somebody, and then you realize, wait a minute, we're not even friends. Why are you wasting your time? There are plenty. If you have 100 friends, you have a lot of people on your friends list already to talk to. So we're talking about deepening the well that we already have and talking with people we're already friends with, and I'll share with you how we're going to get there. Then we have a guru time, and that's about creating new opportunities for relationships. And that's a lot of fun, and I'm excited to have you guys on that. We do that for about 5 to 10 minutes. Depends on where we're at. Sometimes I'll stop and I'll come back in and say, I only have 6 people so far. You guys want to keep going for another 5 minutes? Because you really want to follow, anywhere from 10 to 20 people. And then the fourth section of our power hour is we follow up with the people that are messaging us back. Maybe in our power book, if you have one started, like I have a bunch of people that I need to get back to from last week, so that is a great time to go ahead and do that. And what we usually close it out by then. And you do that part on your own. So let's get started. I'm going to read these affirmations out loud. You should read them out loud too, because your brain loves to hear your voice. My business is growing and expanding every day. My business is booming. I'm meeting new people every day that want to be a part of my team. I'm in the midst of a recruiting frenzy and my team grows quickly. Every business action I take expands and enhances every area of my life. I inspire people to pursue personal freedom in every area of their lives. My team is expanding and growing all around the world now. I attract highly motivated people into my business easily and frequently. My position in my company is constantly and easily growing, going higher and higher. I can't do this right now, Stella. I'm doing something. What would make it inevitable for me to make 3 sales today? I'm earning more money than ever before. I'm known as a go-getter because I take massive action in my business every day. What I used to think was hard comes easily to me now. I'm really good at reaching my goals. Other people think I'm lucky. I have a knack for finding and sharing solutions. Why is it so easy for me to communicate effectively with people? I am a powerful and charismatic leader. I now earn $5,000 more this month than last month. I am so happy and grateful that I am a home-based business professional whose life will be infinitely better because I succeed. We're going to move into the next section. I'm going to show the screen, and I'm going to mute myself for a second because I need to shut my door. Sorry about that. I had a echo. And now I have a little bit of an echo, but I don't think you'll have it as much. So here we go. These are 10 new conversations. Basically, there's a couple of different places you can go to. You might have been here before and already have your spot open. It's a great idea to try to do that. But you can go to your Friends tab on your profile, scroll to the bottom of the page. If you have a lot of friends, that's going to take you a while, so that might be something that you want to set up for next week. You can go on to the On This Day app on Facebook, and I'll show you where that is, and it'll tell you exactly who you made friends with today, a year ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and that's really interesting because you'll be surprised how often you didn't talk to somebody when they first friend requested you. That certainly can be helpful. You can also randomly or specifically choose 10 people you can't remember talking to in a while and open up their profile in a new tab. You want to make sure whoever you're going to reach out to and say, hey, how are you? One of the things is I find it amazing how many times I haven't reached out to somebody. Hey, I'm sorry that we haven't talked yet. We've been friends for 3 years. I can't believe it. We've never even chatted. How you doing today? What, you got plans for this weekend? You're going to be wanting to use form while you're talking to them. You want to look at their profile. You want to interact with something on their wall that remembers them to go back to their inbox and check you back out, because some people, they're busy. Some people, they never even get to their inbox. So it's super important that you interact also on their wall. If there's something that you see that you think is awesome, share it. If you see a really cool picture from what they did last week, or there's something that they did this week, comment on it while you are doing that. This is not the time to invite anybody to an overview. This is not the time to bring anyone to a presentation. This is opening the conversation. Later on step 4, you might have the opportunity. It might just open up for you to do that. But this is about building relationships so that you have more people to talk to all the time. And when you build a relationship, you understand what they need, what they want, what they're trying to achieve, and the opportunity to, good job, the opportunity to talk to somebody about an overview will come up. There's no way around it. So you want to write down their name, try to write down something that'll help you remember something about them. So when you go back to follow up with them in 5 to 10 days, you can follow up with them next week. You know, if they don't engage in a conversation, that conversation doesn't go all week and you don't end up getting them on a webinar this week, follow up with them next week at the Power Hour at your section 4. So I want to show you this really quick. Oh, I love it when that thing goes down. I just want to show you what On This Day app is. There we go. It's over here on the left-hand side. On This Day. And that's where you can find a lot of people that you haven't talked to in a while. Okay? So I'm going to unshare my screen. This way, you don't see where I'm going and I don't see where you're going and all that fun stuff. And I will be back at 10:09 now, at 10:19 to see where we're all at. We want to open 10 new conversations. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. I still have a couple of more to go, so I'm gonna take this out probably another 3 minutes. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Got a lot of these here. I just, it's funny, I was just doing this and still working on it. Okay, keep on going for a second. I was just doing this and I'm on my On This Day app because there's a bunch of people that I'm anniversaried with today, which is awesome. Sometimes there's nobody because I don't send friend requests. It's people who send me friend requests, that's it, because I don't like Facebook jail. And anyway, one of the people on that list, the last time I talked to them was a year ago today on our friend anniversary in a power hour. They still haven't responded to me. Probably somebody, if that's as you're doing that, it's probably somebody you're going to want to delete. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's important to have people that want to at least talk to you, say hello to you on your friends list. That's what friends are for, right? How far along are you, Ashley? You have 10 people? Hi, Kim. Hi, Alice. Got a neighborhood's alive today. Really beautiful out here. Someone just delete the people who got annoyed and tried to have conversation. It's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, it's, at the very least, our power hours, at the very least that they do for us is they help us weed out the weaklings, they, separate the wheat from the tares. Okay. Well, then, if everyone else is all right with that, let's keep talking to people, and I'll be back. Let's give it another 5 minutes. What do you say? Because I'm about 1, 2, 3. I'm 6 down, and I really want 10. If that's cool with you, You end up with 15? Bye-bye, Felicia. That's so funny. That 15's better than 10, so let's keep going. All right, let's do this. Put that picture back on. I think that on this day app is crazy. Today is a crazy day, but that's awesome. All right, so we're going to go on to guru time. So I'm going to share the screen again. And this is probably my favorite part. Now, there's a couple of different places that you can go for this. I don't want you to confuse this with going to somebody that's got like 2,000 likes on their fan page, or somebody that just started a business group, or somebody that's just getting going and they're maybe seeing some success and they have quite a few followers. We're not fishing in small ponds here. We're not really fishing. What we're doing is putting some bait on a line and tossing it out and waiting. So the purpose of Guru Time is to help us expand our friendship bases without sending friend requests and connecting with people that we would like to connect with, the kind of people that we want to be friends with, to do business with, to interact with on Facebook. So what we do is we go to a big guru. We're talking the big time. We're talking Tony Robbins, Brendon Burchard. We're talking Rebecca Radish. Gosh, there's so many marketing gurus out there, or motivational gurus out there that you can tap into their audience and make connections with the people that are following them. They're the kind of people that you want to be friends with. Okay, so hold on one second. So what we do is we go to a fan page, a big group. You want more than 10,000 people to be on that fan page, more than 10,000 people in that group. Find a post that you resonate with and that other people resonate with. We have a heart. And thank you, Stella. And leave a, Stella, can you hold on one second, please? Okay, after. Okay, so you're going to leave a thoughtful comment on that post, and you're going to open up other people's, the other people that like the post or other people that commented on the post, and you're going to kind of look at them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me get rid of all these chats, because they're starting to come back in, these chats. Don't respond to them yet. Give yourself something to do at the fourth stage. So say we go to, I'll use Tony Robbins because I like to use him as an example. Sorry, taking me 1 second, but I want to show you how to do this just in case. So there's 31 likes here, right? You go ahead and click that, and you look at the people that are there. And so Chris does not have a follow button, so I'm not going to go to him, although he looks like somebody who would be interesting to know. But he's in Indonesia. This might be something that you want to purposely, in the market that you're working right now, if you haven't got your international abilities yet, don't start doing that yet. Focus on the United States. Loretta looks awesome, but she doesn't have a follow button. Doesn't have a follow button. So you want to find people that have follow buttons for a very specific reason, because professionals have follow buttons. She probably doesn't live in the right country for me right at this point. That doesn't mean that she wouldn't be awesome. So I'm just going to go ahead and open her page. You want to open in a new tab. You don't want to do what I just did. And you're going to take a look at her and say, you know what, she's pretty cool, or she's not so cool. You figure out what it is that you like. Interact with something on their wall. Now, she has a follow button, but her wall is completely no way for you to interact with her stuff, so she wouldn't be the right person. However, if she was, you could say, wow, that BMW is beautiful, and you can click like, and you could follow them. And the purpose of making sure you interact on their page is because I know when I get a follow notification and I go click on it, I never get brought to that person's profile. I just get brought to my friends list. And it's kind of a pain. So at least that person will be able to find you, come look at you, and they're probably going to send you a friend request. Last week I got 5 new friendships from the 10 people. No, I think I went crazier than that. There's like 15 people I followed and got 5 new friendships. And they're forward moving, progressive thinking people that I'm excited to have on my friends list. So with that being said, go to your guru and have some fun. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Or maybe, no, I got to stop it like that.
I love you. But I want you to play with Harry.
Okay. She loves you guys. She loves my team. Hey guys, I had a fantastic guru time. I hope everyone else did. I think I followed about 15 people so far, and that's awesome. Um, don't don't what is a secret tip I could use? Large business groups, those are great. Um, yeah, I like. What are you doing with all my stuff?
I said fix.
Oh, she's fixing my stuff. So with that being said, let me go ahead and share my screen again, and we'll get to the last part. For next week, if this is your first time, have that stuff like in your head already, or those tabs already open, ready to go, so it makes it more streamlined. So this part, you probably got people messaging you already from the first section. If not, that's okay. You're going to go back and talk to people that you've been talking to, and maybe you haven't talked to in about 5 days. Anybody that's returning your messages, don't be afraid of losing conversations and not knowing how to find them. Go ahead and just look through the conversations that you've been having. Make sure you're responding to people, building that relationship, looking at them when you talk to them. Make sure you're looking at their wall, because it's never so embarrassing as, we can do some really silly things like say, hey, I hope your weekend's really great. And you didn't look at their wall, and you just find out that, something tragic happened in their life and they're not having a great weekend and they don't want to talk about it. So make sure that you are looking at them. They can feel it. And I know I can feel it when people aren't looking at me. Make sure you interact with their wall when you're doing it. And Sheila and I were talking about, this is an idea that Sheila and I just came up with at the beginning when nobody was here yet. Having trouble with this part, getting back to people and keeping it organized. And I do too. I have a little trouble with that as well. So I was thinking about doing either one of those thinner 3-ring binders and having loose leaf paper and doing our power hours on the loose leaf and put them in sections like follow up this week, and making sure that we go back on Sundays and make sure that we have our follow-ups ready to go. Does that make sense? I think that might help us. If anybody else has an idea about that, would be really cool. That's a good idea. Okay. Or even index cards, a box of index cards. You could just move the last week's into follow up this week kind of thing and just kind of move them forward. Because doing all this work and not being able to follow up is kind of hard. And it's not productive, because the purpose of this, especially because like I'm still in a full-time day job, school's almost out, and I can't wait. But I'll be able to do this all the time. You want to do these as often as you can, but if you're working full-time, getting at least one of these in a week so that you're at least talking to 10 new people a week and building that relationship. Yeah. And keeping track of who you got on overviews. Absolutely. Keeping track of who you sent an invite to. Nothing like not looking and not realizing, and maybe there was a couple of sentences, a couple of back and forth after, and then re-inviting them as if you never did before. I've had that happen to me, and I know I've done it to people. So keeping track of that as well. What I usually do is when I'm coming back, when it's time for me to actually invite them and I write it down, I'm at their name. I'll write down whether I went at them soft or I went at them hard. Some people, it's just such a perfect opportunity to be like, hey, if this wouldn't interfere with what you have going on, would you be open to learning about something that I just introduced to my family? It's helped me save a bunch of money and time. And they say, oh yeah, I would call that a hard pitch. That's, you're coming in there and you're going for it. Softer, I'd be like, hey, so talking more about products maybe and things like that. So this way I know how I'm approaching them. So I'll write next to them, Ashley Towers, hard. Like, I know I went into that inbox hard. So next time I go back in that inbox, I'm going to soften up a bit if I didn't get a result. Another thing that my mom was asking me, Sandraji, she was saying that some people aren't looking at her messages to them, reaching out to them at all. Message them, put them on the spot. I learned this from Ellie. This is fantastic. I'm pretty sure Ellie taught me this. Ask them, hey, did I offend you with my last message? Especially if you did ask him, even if you went in hard and asked for a overview appointment. they get put on the spot. They'll either delete you or they will come back and be like, yeah, I'm just not interested. You can say, how could you know that you're not interested? I'm trying to see if you'd be open to learning about something. It's okay if you're not interested, but you not to see the whole picture. Knowing that, I know that you're already going to the grocery store and buying all these things and how hard, if you know they got 3 kids, that's a pain in the butt. Getting them in there and getting through there without buying any Lucky Charms is almost impossible. So, yeah, that especially the warm market people that don't respond. Those are you definitely want to put them on the spot. Did I offend you? And if they're like, no, you didn't offend me. I'm just not interested. What do you mean? I was just asking if you were open. You don't know if you're interested or not. This month with your order, you got this month's leadership, okay? And that's the one with the all roads. Awesome. My favorite leadership book I've ever seen. And Maria Mosca, she's one of my favorite presenters. If you ever get somebody on an AU webinar with Maria Mosca, they are going to join. Same with Robin Castle. They're phenomenal presenters. I love them. This article she wrote for us in here, the being fearless and setting appointments, you can literally, step by step, all the objections that they might have, the 3 different ways that she invites people. She uses the word Melaleuca. I don't. I have no interest in letting anybody know what it is until after they've seen the overview. I'd rather them be mad at me if they have a bad opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? For real, because I had my opinion. When I started getting invited, and I was getting a lot of, what would you say, pre-recorded. So immediately, like I'm not there, I'm not put on the spot, I'm opening up a video and the first thing I see is Melaleuca. I was clicking out saying, sorry about your luck, I'm done. It took somebody that did it right and somebody that even if I knew what it was, that I promised I would watch the full overview to do that and get me on a full overview, and it was a live overview. And I got on it. And I was like, whoa, I lost sleep because I was like, that was the last thing I wanted to do. Turns out it's the first thing I wanted to do. And I just had to come to terms with that. If you let people know first, they're going to say no if they have an opinion. Okay. If they do know, I have had the occasion where people say, oh my gosh, I was hoping you were going to say that. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure that it's on an overview. And they can go ahead and be mad about it because it's their own closed mind that kept them off of that. So yeah, this page I keep in front of me, you can tell the magazine is right here, that this is great, especially when I'm talking to people and I'm like, what do I say? Because it happens to all of us. Some of us are really good at coming off the tongue. I'm better in person, but I don't like doing in-person one-on-ones. I love being behind the computer. And then The Power of Posture, the next article in that book, I'm telling you, read it. And yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Just forget about what you think you know about it. And you know what? What I thought I knew about it, I did know an awful lot about it. However, what I had problems with, they were solved. And, if those problems had been solved back 8 years ago, I'd be a Jason Fisher right now. You know what I'm saying? So keep it open, keep your mind open, keep your conversations flowing, and get back to those people that are messaging you. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me this morning. Some of you, this is really early. And I also, if any of your teammates live like over on the West Coast or in Mountain Time, this is going to be recorded. I'll have it week 3 recording, and get them on it. If you want to do a Zoom with them and do it with them again, do it. Absolutely, because I have the slides right there too, or you can just play the video and let it go through smoothly like that, however you want to do it. So that being said, I thank you so much for coming. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat place. And I got to figure out how to stop the meeting. Okay. Sometimes I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to end the meeting. The recording will be up as soon as it's processed. Thank you all. Anybody have questions before I leave?
There's Nana.
I see her. Thank you, Sarah. Sheila, Alice. So awesome. I have a bunch of appointments today, so I'm excited. All right. If you have any questions and you didn't get to it right now, just ask me in chat. I'll see you later.
Bye. There's no